Only a man can explain.
But with that being said, Duck, man, we like to reach out, man, and one of our missions, man, is to help Black-owned businesses get recognized. That's what we want to do. That's one of our missions, is to help Black-owned businesses get recognized. And we're going to make a conscious effort this season to do more and more interviews with Black business owners. So with that being said, it is time for us now to invite our interviewee, straight out of Birmingham, Mr. Brandon Mason. He's coming in right now. Holla at your boy. B.Mason, what's going on, man?
What's up? What's up? What's up? How y'all doing?
Hey, brother, what's up, man? What's up, man?
What's going on, Tony?
All is well, man. All is well, man.
You saw my technical difficulty earlier, man. So I wish I would use my microphone, but it don't want to work right now. You know?
I tell you, man, when you want to do something like this, man, it never wants to work for you, bro. Now watch. After this is over with, you're gonna go back and test some, and it's gonna be all clear.
It's all
you should be able to hear Bumblebee.
My lighting look good, though. My lighting look good, so that's half the battle.
Yeah,
that's what's up. That's what's up. So there's a few things that's going on in the city of Birmingham. The city of Birmingham is growing. Businesses are popping up out of nowhere, man, and a lot of those businesses are Black owned. This being one of them, 3BM Golf Studios. Now, before we talk about 3BM Golf Studios, we got a couple of questions. We might alternate or whatever. We got a couple of questions. We want to find out about B.Mason. So first, I want to ask you, first and foremost, who is B.Mason?
Oh man, that's a crazy question, man.
I know.
You know what? I'm a Renaissance man. You know, you don't hear people saying they're a Renaissance man no more, or some people say, like my dad used to be like, you can't be a jack of all trades and a master of nothing. I think I'm a master of a lot of stuff. I switched careers mid-career, you know, because I felt like, we're gonna get
to that.
I'm hitting on something for you, though. We'll get to it, but yeah.
Man, listen. A lot of them old ways of thinking, it's a new day, man. It's 2022. That thinking worked back then in that era. It's a new day. But go ahead and tell you, man.
Before you get started, I do want to point out that saying that you just said, jack of all trades, master of none. And actually, it's a little bit longer. It's a little bit longer. Jack of all trades, master of none, but still always better than a master of one.
Exactly. That's the real part.
Yeah. So yeah, you learn a lot of different things.
Yeah, but no, you know, I mean, anybody who know me, just you know, I can talk for a long time, so I'll make it quick background. I did filmmaking my whole life. You know, I started out doing photos when I was young. I was doing filmmaking. I was the first person in Birmingham to shut down downtown to shoot a music video. I shut down. If anybody know anything about Birmingham, first dude to shut down Brookwood Mall to shoot a music video. Like, so
you did that.
You know, that was my background, filmmaking, and you know, I went to California for roughly 12, 13 years, and I did it out there. I produced national TV commercials. I directed award-winning short films. So I guess that's why, you know, that's why I got a little frustrated when I couldn't get my production together tonight.
Yeah, hey, of all people in the southeast region of the United States that should have the video,
B.Mason.
Hey, it happened to the best of us, man. You know, it's like I say, I'm on my phone, man. I got a big old camera right there. I'm on my phone right now, man.
Feel like you failed yourself. You're like, man, I'm failed.
Yeah. But don't nobody know.
So check this out. All right, now I first met you. I think Doug might have met you a little bit before I did. He might have met you a little bit before I did, but I recall meeting you somewhere around 97, 98. Somewhere around 97, 98. And I saw you as a young, even though you were still in high school, I saw you as a young, aspiring filmmaker. I saw you as a young, aspiring producer, director. And I saw you had a real eye for it. I was like, this dude here is serious. I mean, in the 12th grade, he had all the equipment. all the cameras, all the lights, all the reflectors, everything. I'm like, this dude got everything.
Yeah,
So,
he killed Radio Shack inventory.
Yeah, I did.
now,
He killed that
if I'm not
inventory.
mistaken, if I'm not mistaken, when you went to California, you went to film school there, right?
Yeah. So
What was that experience?
Yeah, I got a bachelor's for broadcasting and a minor in film from UAB, but I went to California and I got a master's of fine art in direct and motion picture. I can go teach at any university right now if I wanted to.
Wow.
I'm not even in that field, but to be honest with you, I still take those skills and incorporate them in my everyday life. So
Right.
I'm not at this point. I'm not a fan. I went to school my whole life on student loans, and that's a whole different subject. I could get really passionate about that, but I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
Right? But
Right.
I definitely have a serious background in filmmaking. What I will say about film school, moving to California was a totally different experience from being in the South. It really kind of opened your eyes up to a much larger world. You hear people say that, but back when I went, we didn't have social media as big as it is now. Now the world has became real small now because
the world is all connected.
And what we're doing right now, being able to communicate with people all over the world. But when I first got out there, funny story. When I first got out there, I drove in downtown San Francisco, and it was like this kind of, most people laugh at me, but it was a crazy experience because you got a lane for the bus, a lane for the trolley car, a lane for people on bikes, a lane for people walking. Like everybody got a lane. I'm like, lane? Who want to get hit today? That's what I was thinking. Who want to get hit?
Hey, Frank, I was just about to say, if I for it, they ask if I'm gonna run for somebody.
But no, it was an eye-opening experience, and what I gained from that and what I took away from that is not necessarily like the knowledge. Like I learned a couple of things that I didn't know already, but I had already been to the School of Hard Knocks. I had already got my hands dirty, and I had already pulled permits, and I knew about $1 million insurance policies and like all this stuff. I had already did it. What it did do is it introduced me to a group of individuals and filmmakers that impacted me and that I'm still in contact with right now. I know people in the industry right now that's still doing major things. I hit my guy up the other day and just like I saw what he was doing with Tyler Perry. I like, congratulations on the new show. He was the director of photography on one of the Tyler Perry shows. I got another friend who's he's shooting billboards in California, like the stuff you see on billboards. So all these people I'm still in contact with, and it was a good experience. It's not what I'm doing now. I absolutely love what I'm doing now, but at that point in my life, it was all about filmmaking. But if you think about it, people change their careers. So if you spread this out over the whole span of my life, I started truly doing filmmaking when I was 16. I'm about to be 30. I'm about to be 39 this year. That's all. That's roughly 20 some years.
Yeah.
Anything else, like people go to the military and retire before then, and they call that a career change. I mean, ending career. So really, I feel like that was just one part of my career that I retired from, and now I'm doing the second half of my life and career that I'm gonna take me on into my older years.
That's
I
what's
guess
up.
you know what you know what it looks like, man. It's sort of like you establish your foundation in life by perfecting one craft. That's your foundation. Nothing in life stands without a proper foundation. And it's like you retired from that.
Yeah.
People retire from the military, they get a government job at the post office. Change careers or go be a cop, go be a policeman, or go work for the government. That's pretty much what you're doing with your new occupation. Besides that, congratulations on establishing those powerful contacts, and that traveling equals major networking, man, and getting to know people. Dude, I bet you went out there and met some people.
Oh yeah. Like just even what I was doing in the company that I was initially working for out there, I started out as a freelancer, and then I eventually came on full time, and to help that particular company grow. Like we was in a small building. like, you know, very small. And we went to like a almost 10,000 square foot studio, and having a 10,000 square foot studio in the Bay Area. The Bay Area is one of the most expensive places in the world. You know, to have a 10,000 square foot studio there, like it's so like I produced a commercial with Steph Curry, and I got pictures with me and Steph Curry. I directed a commercial with Emmett Smith. I got pictures with me and Emmett Smith. You know, like I actually been in these places and did that. I never really even talk about this to people. You know what I'm saying? Half of the time I was signing NDAs, so I really couldn't talk about it.
Can't talk about it.
Yeah, you can't talk about it.
Like,
I tell you.
Go ahead, Tom.
No. I was gonna say. Now, again, now during that time when you first went out there, and I knew you were filmmaking, and I know you were doing your thing as far as filmmaking was concerned. But I did see you on social media start to more and more. I would see you out on the golf course. I was like, every time I looked up, I was like, this dude be on the golf course more than he's shooting film. And then just by chance, I noticed that your whole focus started to switch. I was like, he's not doing film like he was no more. This dude is into golf hard. Yeah. So what was it? What was it that you just woke up and said, you know what? I'm gonna open up me a golf shop. I'm not gonna stop filmmaking, but I'm gonna put it on the back burner right now. I got a new love that I want to nurture this love.
Yeah, it was a gradual transition, and I'm glad you brought this up because I actually pulled something out because I knew this question would come up. Basically, I did a short film, and like I said, it won some awards, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna write because that was a romantic comedy. So I was like, I'm gonna write another romantic comedy. And I started thinking about like, where is this romantic comedy gonna live at? And I was like, it could be about golf, because the only other movie I could remember was Tin Cup with Kevin Costner in it. And I was like, man, that's the only movie for real. I'm like, we need a 2000.
Happy Gilmore, man. Happy Gilmore.
No, it ain't Happy Gilmore. We needed a 2020 version back then when I'll call it, we needed a more modern Tin Cup, with Instagram and all this stuff that we into now, and Facebook and social media, Snapchat, whatever. We needed a Tin Cup like that. So I started writing it. And when I started writing it, I realized I didn't know anything about golf. Now, like, man, hold on, how you gonna write a movie about you? Like,
Jack Squiggly squat.
Yeah, it's like a subculture. I take subculture real serious. You know what I'm saying? So like, people take golf really serious. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just embed myself in the culture. So I literally went out and just started playing, and then that wasn't enough for me. Like, I needed to be in the thick of it. So I kid you not, I went and registered for a tournament. And it was like $600 to get in it or something like that, $500 or $600, whatever. And it was 140 people field, and I lied about my handicap and everything, and I got in the tournament.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
I went out there and shot a 140. I basically shot how many people was in the field, and anybody know anything about golf, that's like terrible and disrespectful. So my pride got kind of hurt in it a little bit. So I was like, hold up, because I'm competitive. I play basketball, football, all that. I'm like, I ain't
got discouraged.
Hold
on.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, I'm back. Somebody called me. They probably gonna call back too. But I should have put my phone on do not disturb. But so I got discouraged. I got kind of discouraged or whatever. And I was like, man, I ain't finna suck, So I started taking it serious all the while still writing the movie and like learning the game or whatever. And it went from like me taking it serious to like paying a lot of money to get instructions. I went to like 3 coaches before I found a coach that really worked for me, and like he used to play really high competitive golf. He was running the mini tours and stuff like that. And once I started working with him, the light bulb went off, everything changed. And then I actually started getting good, you know what I'm saying? And
Tiger Woods.
the rest kind of went from there. And I didn't want my equipment to be the reason that I sucked. I was trying to take as many excuses out of the equation as possible. Yeah. So I started teaching myself how to build a golf club. And you can't really go to school to learn how to build a golf club for real. It's like somebody granddaddy taught them, and then they daddy taught them, and like they got like one place you can go to get a certification.
Like a blacksmith.
That's kind of it. You know what I'm saying? So I was reading thick books the size of encyclopedias and just messing up a whole bunch of clubs. And I just got good at it, man. It's something about the math involved. It's something about working with your hands and it's something about an art to it. And it all like combined together. And I was like, oh, this is it. This is what I like to do right here. And it just kind of took off from there. I was building clubs out of my garage for like people who played the Muni courses. And then I started building clubs for people at the country clubs. And then when you get with the country club guys, it's a whole different ball game then, because they bring
different ball. That's serious business.
They bring
you say, but you know what they say about practice though. You know what they say about practice though, Fred. That's what it sounds like. The more you did it, and you dedicated yourself to it, the better you got, man.
I ain't forget about the movie either. Like here you go, right here, 120 pages.
Hey man, I just need a role, man. I just need a role.
So when I tell this story to people, they were like, "You got into golf by writing a movie?" I'm like, "Bruh, what did I say? Brandon Mason. I wrote a whole movie. Here it is, right here. I need to sell it. I'm just holding on to it. I don't know what I want to do with it because this is my career now. So I'm like,
I got you.
I haven't been in that world for a minute now. So, but it's there. If anybody want to buy it, it's great.
So tell me something. All right, the start of the idea that not only am I going to just make golf clubs, you know what? I'm going to build me a studio.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm going to build that studio in Birmingham.
Yeah.
Birmingham is not, now, if you know about the Robert Trent golf course, then you do. But if not, you don't recognize Birmingham as anything being related to golf, period.
But I will say this, though. I'll say this, though. The country clubs we got here, they're pretty strong, Tony. Yeah. We got strong as the white boys see there. So it is a demographic here that he could, cater to. But Birmingham City, no. But the country clubs here, Tony, oh shit.
Well, you just cleaned up kind of what I was thinking a little bit. I'm gonna correct you a little bit, Tony. To be honest with you, Birmingham got a big thriving golf market.
Really? Okay.
Hell yeah.
I'm not a golfer, so
you're not in that world, you know what I'm saying?
I gotta get in that world, man. I gotta get in the golf world.
I worked at the country club. That's how I know. That's how I know. So it's strong, Tony. It's strong. But go ahead, Brandon.
Yeah. No, it's a whole different world. It's what I was saying. That subculture, man. Like the golfers here are big. I did a business plan before I even came down here to do this, because I was like, all right, I didn't save up some money. I didn't make some smart decisions before I dump all my money in my hard-earned money into this.
Right.
I'm not on no loans or nothing like that, man. It's all me out of my pocket. So like before I dump my hard-earned money into it, I wanted to make sure that this was gonna be sustainable. So I did a business plan, I did a market analysis, all that. Like most black entrepreneurs don't do that. We just open up the business. We be like,
dive in. Dive in.
That's what you do when you're not using your own money. And when you're using your own money, you're gonna make sure that it's gonna work. So I definitely tried to make sure that it was gonna work. And I was like, okay, I need to be here because they got this on 280 and like this, the intersection of here and here. I want to be in a right location and everything. So the market here is pretty big for golf. Think about it, man. Top Golf. You think they just bring Top? Even though I consider Top Golf the bowling alley of golf clubs. I mean, golf. Clubs, still, people go there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like a lot of people go there, they don't want to suck, so they look for alternatives. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I wanted to be a bridge because, come on, man, I went to JL, man. Like we ain't had no golf team. You know what I'm saying? Like
sure did.
Take that back. No school.
We have a question for you, B. Mason.
You got a question
What
for me?
keeps you motivated to keep opening different doors?
You know, it's just in me, man. Anybody who's been knowing me for years, man, like that's what I do. Like I'm trying to. A lot of people think they can't do something, and I'd rather try to do it and fail than not do
Right.
it at all. And like when people see I can do it, then they can do it. Like when nobody trying, let's just keep it honest. When nobody in Birmingham trying to do no filmmaking until I did it for real.
I didn't see anybody doing it.
Like
Right.
nobody. And like
Right.
then once I
In
did it,
96, 97, 98, I didn't see anybody.
exactly. And once I did it and I left, then everybody started doing it. Now, am I mad at that or nothing like that? Absolutely not. My goal is to show people that, hey, man, you can do whatever you want to do. Like right now, I'm doing golf. Like, to be honest with you, it ain't no black club makers in the world, literally. Like, it ain't a lot of us. Let's put it like that. Like,
So that market
not
wide
at
open.
all. Like,
And that's the thing
Let me
right
ask you
there.
something.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you something, Fred. Would you say you got burnt out with the filmmaking? Like sometimes some people are like this. Once they figure out something, say I'm like this. Once I figure out something, I become good at it. My interest in it becomes start. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
I'm looking for something else. You know what I'm saying? Like once I master something, I'm done with it. Now I'm looking for something else because I get bored with it.
Yeah.
Is that something like what happened with you with the filmmaking? Like, did you get burnt out and was like,
No,
I
I'll tell you what happened. Filmmaking was fun when I wasn't using it to pay the bills.
when it wasn't a job?
That's when it was fun. That's when it was fun to me. And when I moved into a arena where filmmaking paid the bills,
And now you have to do
it kind of weighed on me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It kind of took away
It's a
from
job.
it kind of took away from my creativity, you know, because I'm a creative at heart. Like I got this weird fusion of left brain and right brain. I'm like, I can be super business on you, but I can be super artsy at the same time. And when the artsy part left and it became all business, because I transitioned from a director to a producer. And when you just looking at big numbers all day and what it's gonna take to make this happen, and you fighting with, you know, the creators and the directors at that time about like, hey, I got this amount of money and this going to make this going to wardrobe, this going to set the design, you know what I'm saying? This going here, and like in a way, you know, it started chewing away at me because I wanted to be able to fund those people and have them be creative, but I got numbers at the end of the day, and and B.Mason always come in on the budget, you know. It is what it is. So like I kind of moved into that where it became, I ain't gonna say it became a job because I still love to do it, but it just what I'm doing now allow me to go back to filmmaking and be creative if I want to. You know what I'm saying? Like this right here pay the bills now. But if I want to make a movie, then it's a kind of a different mindset and a different ball game for me at that point.
Right. Okay.
All right, let me ask you this, and to be honest with you, I'm gonna go ahead and let everybody know we were gonna talk about something else later on, but we're gonna let B.Mason take the show out because I'm really interested in what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about later when we're gonna talk about the other subject. But let me ask you this, B.Mason, what all does 3BM Golf Studios have to offer somebody walking through your door?
I'm glad you asked that. Right now, I literally stretch the whole gamut, and I set this place up to be like that. So let's talk about the people that come through my doors right now. Right now, I have people who come through who never swung a club a day in their life. They just know golf is something that had a stigma on it, and it was something that they didn't feel like they could do, but they see me as a different representation of what they could possibly do now, you know. So I have people like that. I also have touring pros, like people who playing golf to get a check. So I have, on one end, I had this high level athlete, and on the other end, I got like this person who never swung a club a day in their life. So
a day in his life.
Never late. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk to you mainly about the person who never swung a club a day in their life. I set this studio up where it's super open and inviting and like private. My studio is appointment only. It's not like a store. You're gonna walk in and
Yeah.
you're gonna see people and it's gonna be like, whatever stuff, a whole bunch of stuff for you to buy on the wall. Because I know that for you to truly get good at golf, you need somebody to help guide you through the process with the proper information to get you to actually be good at the game. A lot of people run into the rut of like, buy. I'm gonna buy this driver, it's gonna make me better. I'm gonna buy this putter, it's gonna make me better. Ain't none of that gonna make you better, okay? Like it's somebody who know what they talking about, then looked at millions of swings, then observed tons of stuff, then played the game themselves for
Right.
to get some money. Like you can't unless you don't have amateur status no more, you can't play for money. But like you know what I mean. But it's when somebody who's been in the pressure, you know what I'm saying? So basically somebody on the street can come here and say, B.Mason, I never swung a club a day in my life. They don't even have to have clubs. I built some standard sets so they don't have to take on that upfront cost to like buy a club, then come see me. Like, you know what? Think you want to get into it? Come in here, no clubs. I got clubs for you. Let's do an hour and a half. I got an hour and a half package where I just straight up introduce you to the game. And then if it's something that you're interested in, now you can fully commit and say, all right, I'm gonna commit, I'm gonna buy some clubs, and then I'm gonna really try to learn the game. I'm trying to like
You let them check it out first.
I let them test the waters, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like test driving the car. I don't know if people still test. I don't even know if people still test drive cars anymore. It's like,
Can't trust these girls.
Do you want it or not? Is you gonna get the car now? Goddamn it!
Exactly. It's like when you meet a woman for the first time, you get all up in her face a little bit to see if her breath smells well. You trying to test it out, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So basically anybody can come in. I use a lot of high-end technology. Because I was in California, I saw all the stuff that these high-end golf shops use. I knew exactly what to go for. I made friends with guys who own shops. I'm calling up friends right now who own shops. I can't even talk about the type of money that they grossing. It's stupid money. So I'm calling them up. They giving me advice, and I'm not even in that industry. I come from the film industry, but since I'm a personable person, man, you can sit me. I'm the type of person you don't want to sit next to on a plane because I might talk your ear off. You know what I'm saying?
Check this out, B. Let me ask you this: is golfing? Well, in Birmingham, we already know it's an open market. It's a busy market. It's already going. But is it wide open, man? Like, is it prime? Like, waiting to get bust wide open by a black man like yourself? Like, it's untapped. Is it untapped territory, uncharted territory? Like, you don't have much competition with this, do you? Like, especially from black folks. Like,
well, not okay. Let me ask you this: how many black club makers you know?
You.
How many black owned golf shops
right.
you know?
Your competition for to be zero to slam to zero. Okay, that's genius, man.
And then if they want to jump into this with me, golf ain't easy. You'll have to take 7 years, 8 years just to catch up with me. Because number one, if you can't swing them sticks, ain't nobody coming to see you. You know what I'm saying? Like I get out there, I ain't, trust me, golf a humbling sport. You could be hitting it good today, hitting it terrible tomorrow. But I guarantee you put me out there and put that pressure on me, I'm gonna be piping 305 just like the big boys down the middle. So you gotta be able to play at the same time, but then you gotta be knowledgeable. And one thing about it, that's why I pull skills. I'm pulling skills. So from the filmmaking, my teaching skills, I'm just taking them and putting them over into golf. I'm talking to people in a way where they understand what's going on. I'm breaking down things in a way where people can understand it. So, and then I'm getting to use video. I use video in my studio real heavy. I got high-speed cameras. So when a person make a swing, we able to look back in slow motion at what they're doing. A lot of times with golf, people don't understand in their mind what they think they're doing. It's not what they're doing until they see it on camera. So I'm able to take data points with the cameras and relay that back to them in a way that they understand. If y'all can see, I get passionate about this kind of like.
Yeah, no doubt. I don't blame you.
Yeah,
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
I tell you
Tiger Woo.
I tell you what,
Tiger Hood on the west side.
Tiger Hood, baby. Tiger
Hood.
Yeah, man. Because I've always heard, you know, things like golf. The game of golf can teach you lessons in life and stuff like that. Stuff like patience, courtesy, concentration, focus, stuff like that that you can use in everyday life. A lot of people say golf is a good conduit, you know, to help you.
Like it's a tranquil sport. Like it's a calming sport, tranquility. Like it's sort of like chess, you know what I'm saying? In that line, like a very tranquil sport. I tried to do it one time, man. My neighbor and the dude in the Navy tried to get me to do it. I didn't have patience at the time because it's like baseball. Baseball and golf both did show me something. It's a true sport. It's an art. You better know what you're doing. And once you learn it, you got to love it. Hell no, dude. Hey, I swung at that bat. Hey, when I used that bat by the 4 times, hey, I swung. Hey, the golf. I was like B.Mason. Chasing that. I got the hell up out of there. No, but that joke is great. But man, listen, congratulations, man. So you're looking forward to like.
Hey, I'll piggyback off that, man. Like Tony, golf 100% changed my life. Like I had a good life. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like I was struggling. You know what I'm saying? Like I was living the California dream in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like, but golf changed my life, man. Like it gave me a different perspective on how I see the world. It put me in places I'd never been. Like, man, my favorite place to go play is Palm Desert, in Palm Springs. Like, man, that's the most beautiful place ever to play golf, man. And I love that place, man. And like when you get out there and you see the mountains and you see the palm trees and you got water and it's just like, yeah, it is tranquil, but it's also a very tough sport. You literally taking a little white ball, moving it 202 football and a half fields to a little spot out there somewhere. Like
you gotta walk.
Yeah.
When you sit back and think about when it take to do that, you putting all type of spin on the ball and stuff, and like your body doing one thing, but your mind doing another. You know, it's like everything you said, man. It's like it definitely relate to life. A lot of people don't know I'm coming out with a podcast. Well, I already did one episode, but I haven't made it public. But I got a podcast called Make a Pivot, because the most important thing in the golf swing that people don't talk about is the pivot. It's how you turn your lower body around your upper body and stuff. You gotta be able to move. You gotta be able to move a certain way. It's called a pivot. Yeah. So a lot of you got it.
Something like that.
Pivot. But so you relate that to life. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk to people about what pivot did they make in their life to put them on another trajectory. Like if I was going to answer this question for myself, I was doing filmmaking, and then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna take on this golf full time. I made a pivot. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm on another trajectory. I'm trying to talk to people about, you know, the different pivots that they made in life or whatever. And like, you know, golf teaches you so many. Man, it teaches you patience. Like, think about it, man. You trying to hit a ball down a fairway, you shank it right. Like, you're gonna get mad, but guess what? You still gotta go play that ball where it lies. You know what I'm saying? The same thing in life. Something don't go right for you. You can't just decide you want to die tonight. You got to get up in the morning and you got to wake up, eat your breakfast, and go do the same thing all over again. You know, it is what it is.
That's what's up. Hey, man, B.Mason, you know, and it's good that we're talking about this because, you know, there's other things that we could talk about all night long, man. And even with this, I feel like I can talk to you about it. You got me really curious about the sport of golf. I've always, you know, been a little intrigued. Golf is an expensive game, first of all. You don't go there with no little $100 in your pocket. Talking about we're gonna go golf all day. No, you ain't. No, you
Hey,
ain't.
I was, you know, you saw my technical difficulty earlier, and I was
Yeah.
frustrated because I had set my credit card. I found it now. Thank you, but I had set my little credit card machine down, and I couldn't find it. I'm like, dang man, I lost my machine. Like this is where I get my money at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was all sporadic before we started. But no, it's not. It's but you can make it. People. Okay, check this out. I'm finna
It's
get some
not
tips.
expensive.
I'm gonna get some tips for anybody who want to play golf and get into golf. But you got to be dedicated to make this work in your favor. It can be expensive, but you can make it inexpensive. I'm gonna tell you what I used to do. I used to play early in the morning, and I used to play late in the afternoon. I used to play 9 holes. I never played 18 holes. To this day, I still don't really play 18 holes unless my buddies really want me to get out and go play 18. But I play early in the morning. They got twilight, and they got back 9 in the morning. Way cheaper. You walk it, like my course that I used to play in California, I get there in the morning, I can walk it for like $8. You know, it's like $8 to go walk 9 holes. You get your exercise in, you're not spending a ton of money. You know, get rid of your bad habits, stop buying coffee and drinking and smoking cigarettes, and you good. There you go. Now you got a healthy lifestyle. You starting your day off tranquil. You ready to attack the day. You know what I'm saying? There's different ways to go about it. But it can be expensive too. But you only make it expensive those special occasions. Like you go play the $200 courses, the $250 courses. You go play them once every two months or something like that. You go down to the regular Muni to have fun, drink some beer, and like have a good time where it's cheaper. It's expensive when you make it expensive.
I got you.
So it can be, and then you know you got your club. That's a big upfront initial investment. But don't go. That's why I got this studio so I can educate people. Like you know what, I got a bunch of new stuff here. I love to say some new stuff, but don't go buy no new stuff, man. Go buy. You don't deserve new clubs yet.
I got you. Yeah. Work your way up to that.
Yeah, exactly. Go buy you some used clubs and then get them fitted to you. You'll do better with used clubs that's fitted to you versus new clubs that are not fitted to you.
Yeah.
So
understood.
And I do a lot of that here.
I'll tell you what, B.Mason, man. You know what? We're gonna have you on the show again, bro, in a few weeks, bro, because next we want you to take us on a tour of the shop, man, of the studio. So we just talking this time, but next time we're gonna try to get you to walk through with us, and hopefully you'll have a camera person on deck. Yeah. And they can just follow you, and you can talk us through all the equipment that you have and what each thing does to improve your golf game.
Yeah,
some hands-on training.
Hey,
boy, I'm ready, boy. Come on, hey, we doing that. What you doing right now?
Come on, I'm here.
Hey, speaking of, how many hours? Let me see. What are your hours going to be like? How do they do that?
Oh, I'm open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. I'm off on appointment only. I'm off on Sunday and I'm off on Monday. One of my big things, one of the reasons I wanted to move back to Birmingham is I wanted to be able to spend more time with my kids, man. The production.
Yeah, you got to do that.
The production was demanding out there, and I was working long hours on set, 16-hour days, you know, and
that makes sense.
I wanted to be able to spend more time with my kids. So like I gotta have them days off to really pour into.
How can they find you on social media, man?
Yeah,
you got a Facebook?
Give everybody a couple things I want you to give everybody.
Yeah.
I want you to give them the address of the address of your place, your phone number, your email, and your IG.
I got it. So I'm located at 237 Oxmoor Circle, Suite 107. I'm in Homewood, Alabama. If you're familiar with Homewood, I'm right over by Buffalo Rock, across from the Marathon gas station.
That's Snow Drive.
Yeah, over that way. I got a sign, big old logo on the window. So that's where I'm at. Also, my website is 3bmgolfstudio.com. 3BM Golf Studio. It's easy to find. Also, You can find me on Instagram at 3BM Golf Studio on Instagram. And then I got a personal kind of, it's not a personal, it is kind of like a personal page. I started out as built by B.Mason because I was building clubs for people. So my YouTube page monetized. I teach other people how to build golf clubs. So that's a YouTube / built by B.Mason on YouTube too. So
that's the 3B. So that's what the 3B stand for.
Yes,
Built by B.Mason. Oh, that's dope. Okay.
So I
go
wanted
ahead.
something for my studio. I wanted something that was a little bit more commercial. I couldn't imagine driving up to my space and they say, built by B.Mason. I mean, it could be cool, but
Yeah.
I wanted something a little bit more commercial. So that's why
I like that. Sounds like IBM, something serious. I like that though. That's more business.
Exactly.
It got a little bit more business
You know, I
annotation to it and whatnot.
I come from that marketing background, so I was like,
Yeah, no doubt.
I need something more.
Strategy. It's called strategy.
That 3BM hits. Yeah, that 3BM
Yeah,
hits.
it does, man.
Hey man, I have thoroughly enjoyed getting to know what's been going on with you for the last 15 years or so, bro. And I applaud you. I applaud you, my brother, for getting out there and
Big
doing
time, man.
something
Impressive.
that nobody else, no other black person that we know is doing. And I want to relay this to something else I just heard somebody else do. A friend of mine says he's got a friend that he's the only black person in America that makes arrows for archery. He makes the arrow. He don't build the bows. He just makes the arrows. And he's a multi-millionaire, and that's all he does is make arrows.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Niche.
I feel like all of us as black people gotta, number one, do something you love to do, but then think outside the box at the same time. We all know how to sell clothes, we can do other stuff, It's like we can do other stuff. So
Mandrell said I got brand new 15-year-old clubs with over 20,000 miles from sitting in the trunk of my car.
Hey, that's your friend. Hey, that's your friend, brother.
That's Mandrell.
Oh man, yeah, it's been great, man. This is dope.
I think a lot of people got clubs they just bought and they set up forever. And
oh yeah, man. Yeah, they were pumped up at first when they first got them. Like, yeah, I'm finna do this. They go out there and see how to do this. Oh man. Oh gosh. Oh man, their ego get bruised. They get discouraged. Feelings get hurt. And then they get them 20,000 miles in the trunk.
Golf will humble you and beat you down. I'm gonna leave y'all with this small little story. I went and played at a tournament down in San Diego. I went up to the tee box. It'd be little small crowds there and stuff. I went up to the tee box. I was cocky that day because I was coming off a win. I'm like, yeah, I'm finna go crush these fools. You know what I'm saying? I was talking. I'm in my head talking stuff. Got up to the tee box from Oakland, California. Brandon Mason, you get a couple people clapping and stuff. I walked to that thing, shanked it in the water. Now the good thing is I still got a bogey on that hole. I ain't get no double or no triple.
Okay.
But I did go that way into the water. So golf will humble you. Just like life will humble you. You think you got
life will humble you. Big time. You gotta keep playing.
Lose your job. You know what I'm saying? You lose your girl. It's all bad. Golf like life.
Keep playing.
Yeah, absolutely right. Absolutely right. Man, B.Mason, bro, built by Mason. 3BM Golf Studios in Birmingham, Alabama. I suggest that if you are watching, you go and check him out. Look him up, find him, go and get your golf game together. Go over there and get you a cup, get you some personalized clubs made to fit you, your length, your weight, whatever. I don't know nothing about golf, but it seems like
you said half of it, right?
It sounds like length and weight had a little something to do with it. So I suggest you go, man. You go look up my boy B.Mason, and from what I can see, you will not be dissatisfied. The brother is doing this thing, man. And once again, I applaud you, brother, and congratulations on your new endeavor.
Hey, man, thank y'all for all y'all doing.
No doubt, man.
Keep this going, man. Keep it going. I'm gonna keep sharing.
No doubt.
We're gonna keep it going, man. And like I say, bro, we're gonna hit again in a couple of weeks, man, so we can get a tour of 3BM Studios, man. And we're gonna try to do that again. And we ain't gonna wait too long to do it, but we're gonna do it in a few weeks, though.
All right. Cool.
We actually got, and then we got to bring you back too, B, as we be trying to talk about some serious topics too, man, on here. You know what I'm saying?
He told me about the topic
Yeah,
tonight.
yeah.
I wanted to get on
we long-winded, but we have to bring you back because I want to hear your perspective. I want to hear the golfer's mind perspective on this stuff we be talking about on Mansplainin. So we got to bring you back, bro. We got to bring you back. And when we bring you back, we might do the opposite, like talk a little about golf and see what's going on in the mind of Brandon Mason. So and what you really think about some stuff.
That sounds good right there.
All right. Cool.
Hey, brother, man, you have a good night, brother, man. I appreciate you coming on to the show, bro. We love you, man.
Yeah, Fred. Love you, Fred.
Support you, man. Support you.
Yeah.
All right, man. TOTC.
TOTC, baby. TOTC, baby. TOTC, baby.
We'll be on this call in another 30 minutes, man.
Mansplaining. Only a man can explain mansplaining.